Hey, you already know what it is, fam. It's your boy Otis Jones, fam. We back at it again, fam. This time, we reacting to something different, man. Let's get into some animal vibes. 20 of the most dangerous ocean creatures in the world, fam. Bam, you feel me? We gonna run it up, man. Hey, man, I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're vibing out here. You already know what it is, fam. Hopefully you're vibing. Hopefully you're staying blessed, man. That's the whole plan. Stay positive, fam. I'm about to, let's see, I got a wrap today. I got a tortilla wrap that I'm about to eat. So go ahead and grab you something to eat. Hopefully eating cheeses or something, man. Grab something, fam. You know what I'm saying? Grab you a turkey leg or something. Mac and cheese, something, fam. Grab something, fam. Let's see what color we going to choose today. I'm feeling green on this side. Green on the right side. And I'm feeling, let's see. For the ladies, let's do pink on this side. And for the man, if you like pink, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no sexist thing. Color is a color, fam. Run it. It's your boy, the Jones, you already know. I appreciate you tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with your boy. Run it.
Pretty much everything that will fit in their mouths. Fish.
How y'all doing, though? Y'all doing good?
Have you ever been to the ocean? You know, not only seeing it.
Yeah, I love the ocean, man. I grew up around the ocean. I'm from Cali, man. Even in Washington. I lived in Washington. We lived off of Oak Harbor Island, so it's nothing but ocean. I learned a lot about whales. I learned a lot about sea animals, sea urchins. We took field trips. We took field trips and actually went out to the ocean and really saw gooey ducks and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? It was I love Washington for that. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, man, what y'all eating on, man? What y'all vibing on today? I got my rap coming up right here. I'm about to bust on you, feel me?
The ocean can be a grand place, but it can also be a rather dangerous one.
You want? I'll give you 10% though. I'll run you half. I'll give you 50%. I'll run you half of the rap right here, fam. No kizzy. Oh no! If you see poisonous and venomous stuff, don't pick it up, fam. If you don't know what it is, don't pick it up, fam. I'll punch you in your chin. No kizzy. Well, I'm about to crunch down while we watch this, fam. Hopefully y'all vibing too, though. And eating something too. You can't have your boy eating alone. Those piranhas. Making a lot of noise, my bad.
Number 20, the cookie cutter shark.
Okay.
When most of you think about dangerous ocean creatures, you'll
let's bump down, right?
to sharks.
Let me say my prayers real quick.
Blame you for that one.
Hold on.
After all, there are plenty of
gotta say my prayers. Hold on. Hey, man. Yeah, run it, man. Hopefully you're having a good day, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with your boy, Otis Jones, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Run it.
And some of them you might not even know about.
First bite of the day. Mm-hmm.
This is a rather small but incredibly violent shark that has a gruesome way of getting its food. It will use its unique mouth to latch onto a target and then just rip out a chunk of flesh. And if you're wondering, yes, this has happened to humans, and they are known to be incredibly painful bites that are slow to heal. And you honestly never see them coming before they strike.
That's crazy.
Now it's time for the fancy topic. For today's fancy topic, have a look at this picture here. You almost feel bad for the person in the cage that is allegedly having to fight off this creature.
It looks fake.
Good news is that you can easily tell the picture's fake. The bad news is that we know what the creature the man in the picture is allegedly fighting is. It's a Dunkleosteus, and it's one of the many ancient creatures from
That's a prehistoric.
Not around anymore. What made this creature so formidable back in its time period was manyfold. The most striking feature that helped it to stand out from the pack was its armor.
I'm about to say, wasn't it super hard? Like it couldn't be pierced?
And it had armor plating. That armor was
it can be pierced, but you know what I'm saying?
And that helped it to not only take on predators, but
probably had to have amazing bite force to go through.
In fact, it was found it had such power in its jaws that when it did clamp down, it would be almost like it had suction in its mouth. That's a whole lot of speed and force combined. Make no mistake, that armor was
like a snapping turtle.
And at times it could be 7.6 centimeters in thickness, which is something
I ain't gonna lie, this rap busting.
Like a shelled animal to have on land, but not a fish-like creature from the ancient past.
For real,
man. I mentioned that these things could get about 10 meters long. So imagine.
Hey, man, just think about the ocean, man. There's so much stuff down there that we haven't seen, my fam. So there's some stuff on land that we haven't even seen. You know what I mean? But the ocean, man, there's so much stuff down there we haven't even seen. Even going like biblical. You know what I'm saying? The stuff down there that God put down there that ain't coming out until it's time, until God, you know what I'm saying, says it's time to come out. You don't know what I'm saying, man? Read your Bible, fam. No kizzy. It's right there in the Bible. I'm not making none of this up.
It's actually the name of a certain kind of creature that many of you would likely think is a jellyfish, even though it's actually not. The Portuguese man-of-war is a hydrozoan, which is a unique class of animal that can function either as a singular entity or as an entire colony of creatures that are working together to give the appearance of a singular body. In even more scientific jargon, it's a sapinophore. And so, it's a colonial organism.
Other animals be eating off them bad boys. I think slugs. I think sea slugs love eating them.
Within the Portuguese man-of-war, and that includes helping it to move around or even stinging someone or something that might get a bit too close.
It's like it's almost like a slug and a jellyfish together.
That's part of the reason why so many people confuse it with a jellyfish, because they have a very nasty sting due to the venom that's inside of it.
Yeah.
The Portuguese man-of-war, not unlike a jellyfish, uses its sting to paralyze its prey.
It's similar though.
Then consume it.
It's almost like a cousin of a jellyfish or something. You know what I mean?
Furthermore, and once again,
I see how it's different, but I also see how it's similar. No kizzy. Run it.
Removed from its main body, it could actually sting you, even though it's not part of the colony anymore. Oh, and you could literally wade into one of these creatures, and then you're going to be in a world of pain. That's a bad thing, for the record, as the venom may travel to the lymph nodes and can cause symptoms like an allergic reaction, including swelling of the larynx, airway blockages, cardiac distress, and shortness of breath. Woohoo!
Imagine it doing that while you're in the water trying to swim.
Shock.
You know what I'm saying? It's over. While you're trying to swim, it's crazy.
Not the most likely thing to have happened to you, but it has happened in the past.
Uh-huh.
Australians know best about the Portuguese man-of-war, as about 10,000 people are stung by them there every single year. And if the Aussies don't want to go down under with this thing, well then neither should
you. Don't either, fam.
Number 18.
It's your long chin.
Fish. It should actually concern you that we're going from one.
It's like ugly and beautiful at the same time, no kizzy.
To arguably the most dangerous venomous fish in the world today. I'm not holding back on this one any bit. This is the stonefish, and it's not to be confused with the lionfish, even though they...
I tore that up, fam. I'm starving. First meal of the day, no kizzy. We actually had a banana earlier. That was it, man.
Let's get to the venom in a moment. But what I meant by
hopefully y'all eating something, man. Hopefully feeling good, man. If you see poisonous stuff, stay away from them. Watch out when you're in the ocean walking, lakes walking. Make sure you have stuff protecting your feet. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you step on, fam. Trust me. Be safe, man. I love y'all. Y'all gotta be safe out here. That boy big. That's a big one.
Then, when they put their hands, their fins, or whatever body part in question they have near the stonefish, that's when they're going to get pricked by one of its spines. And that could lead to venom getting immediately injected into their body. In humans,
some man got in some Laker shorts. That's crazy.
Damage to the cardiovascular system, convulsions, and paralysis. Which can also lead to death if
we don't need none of that. You feel me?
And if you can't guess, it's a bit hard to do when you're potentially paralyzed in the water, and the venom is pumping through your veins. There's an antivenom, so if you do have someone nearby, they can get you to safety and treatment before things get too bad. However, you will regret it in the moment that you're stung. Trust me on that one. Number 17. The flower urchin. Perhaps you need a break from the venomous creatures of the deep. Well, that's too bad. Because here at the Fancy Banana, we love to spoil you.
That's why I said watch out for what you step on,
Unlike
fam.
the stonefish, you have to be careful about this one simply because of it being a more nonchalant kind of being.
Yeah.
It's one that doesn't
just
move
chilling
around
there
like the other creatures, but it is alive. And to that end, they'll be just fine until you touch it, and then it will inject you with a rather painful venom.
That's why you gotta chill out, fam. You can't be touching everything out here. Dora the Explorer everywhere, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for stuff. You gotta respect the land that God has given you. You feel me? With your long Brussels sprout chin out here, boy.
Or straight up murder you. That has happened with humans multiple times over. And even if you don't die, well, the pain is said to be insufferable.
Your neck is gonna be in your chin.
The short fin mako shark.
One of my favorite sharks.
There are quite a few sharks on this list, naturally, because they are what's known as the major predators.
I like the mako shark.
Now we have the short fin mako shark, which is the first of the more aggressive sharks that have been known to actively attack a human in certain cases. What separates the mako shark from others is its raw speed. Unlike another creature I'll talk about, this shark is fast.
I actually got the mako shark tatted on me, actually.
Per hour in the water, which is more than enough to catch prey that it finds to be enticing. But now let's get to the big question. Do they actually attack humans? And if so, how many have they killed? The answer is yes, and less than a handful. Between the years of 1980 and 2024, there were just 10 attacks on humans by mako sharks, and 3 of them ended up being fatal. Most would agree that the makos generally leave people alone.
Situational, I bet. It's like, what's the situation of the people being in the water? You know what I mean? Situational, fam. If you're in their environment, and you know what I'm saying?
Customize and save at Liberty Meat Very funny, Limu. Stop moving me!
This rap is busting. I'm almost done with it, though. No kizzy.
Number 15.
What y'all eating on, man? Go ahead and give me run it 10% right now, man.
Did you really think that a whale would be on it? Well, when it comes to orcas, aka the killer whale, you have to make an exception to the rule, because these are absolutely some of the most dangerous creatures in the ocean, and sometimes not even in the ocean.
Yeah, they're so majestic, they're so crazy.
Stories from places like
they look nice, but they're not.
Trained orcas will sometimes lash out at their trainers. It's even been part of the.
They're like the wolves of the ocean, man.
Now, due to their bulk and speed and power, they can't absolutely kill a human, and with ease.
Of course, they be taking out sharks. They literally take out sharks sometimes, man. Yeah, they die from sharks too, but they take out sharks.
However, it is out in the ocean that their true killer instinct comes into effect. Orcas can be big, giant bullies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it. They have been known to taunt and harass creatures like seals
until they die.
To the extent that they've been documented harassing certain groups for decades.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even get into what they do to sharks.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few creatures in the ocean that are willing to take on.
I learned a lot about them in Washington. I ain't gonna lie.
Win that battle. In fact, they'll kill them if they have the chance. Eat their organs that they find delicious, and then let their bodies drift in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Orcas are very cool, but they also have an incredibly dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4.
My bad.
The leopard seal. When you picture a seal, you likely think about adorable animals that you would find in a place like SeaWorld, which of course is fair. However, there are larger and more dangerous versions of them out there in the world.
Okay.
The biggest and most aggressive of the lot being the leopard seal. These are massive creatures that dominate the Antarctic region in the
leopard
world.
Seals are crazy.
They're apex predators.
Master hunters again.
They're huge. I absolutely mean it.
Oh, snaps. Luckily, he being nice to him.
They can be well over 3.6 meters in length, 500 kilos.
They're like they're leopard seals, man. They're like leopards in the water, like literally.
That's why they are the apex predator of the world.
Yeah. They're so cool. They're so cool.
To get to them with relative ease.
But sharks be trying to get them too. Orcas be trying to get them.
Moray eel.
This is so cool, man. I like watching stuff like this, man. Gotta learn, man.
In fact, most people picture the moray like this because it has a habit of repeatedly opening its mouth, which many take as a sign of.
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't ate one of these cookies in a long time. I got a lemon cookie. I'm about to eat that bad boy too. I ain't gonna hold you.
But then again,
that boy busting. How much time we got left? Yup. I'm chilling.
What may surprise you is that the moray eel is actually a kind of opportunistic predator, meaning that it will go after anything that it feels that it can eat, even with some surprising results.
That's crazy.
In fact, one time it was even found eating a venomous fish that I'll talk about later,
I don't care.
and it was completely fine. Now, they aren't the kind of thing that humans have to fear. That is, unless they're
you run into it.
And something tells me that is not a thing that you want to do.
Heck no. You get bit by those,
really sharp.
It's going to be hard for the doctor to sew you up, man.
The needlefish.
Got to sew you up by your chin.
Some of the names that I've shown you and ones that you are yet to see in this video.
It's lemon cookies. It's lemon and white chocolate.
One that's full of needles or has needle-like spines. However, that is not the case. Instead, it has an incredibly thin and long mouth, which looks like a sharp needle when it's closed. When you open that mouth, you're going to see a whole lot of teeth.
Boy, try to come back and bite that bad boy.
And ready to rip into something.
Yeah, them boys look sharp.
Just really great. Here's where the twist
comes in, get out of here, man.
Because these are a type of fish that don't mind jumping out of the water. That would not be bad in theory,
Yeah, but if it hits you,
rush out of there at about 60 kilometers per hour.
Heading towards the chin.
Their needle mouths are correct. What do you think it's going to do to a human who's standing on a boat?
Exactly.
It's not good. People have died because the fish have pierced key body parts, which includes piercing a child through his eyeball and into his brain. Number 11, the stingray.
Man, I feel sorry for that parent, the parents, the mom and the dad, the family.
Choices on our list, as the reason you want to avoid them is literally in the name. They can sting you. I mean, we're really enhancing your IQ here at the Fancy Banana today, aren't we?
Man, Steve Irwin, man. Rest in peace, fam. That used to be my favorite dude to watch back in the day, man. I'm an animal person, fam. I'm a survivor type person. So that was a big hit for me in my childhood. That was a big hit. That was back in the day when I was watching a Zumafu and stuff like that, fam. That one hurt. Steve Irwin passing away is just like Kobe passing away. It hit like that, you know what I mean? It hit, fam. If you know, you know.
Sadly, though, there are exceptions to the rule, as it was a stingray that caused the death
exactly.
of Steve
See,
Irwin while
exactly.
he was filming a documentary called Ocean's
that was a big deal back in the day, fam.
His attack was fatal. Was due to the stingray literally piercing his heart, which caused far more damage than a typical sting would.
And he took it out, fam. I think they ripped it out.
A death like this should be the ultimate.
That's crazy.
Just because a creature is not likely to kill you doesn't mean that it won't under the right circumstances.
It's situational, man.
Number 10, the bull shark. For the next shark on this list,
another one of my favorite sharks. That boy can end up in lakes and natural, like other waters.
Plus, it's able to be in both freshwater areas and other areas.
You know what I'm saying?
It's also been spotted in something like rivers.
Exactly.
It's known to dwell in the more shallow waters near a beach.
So you're mostly you're likely to get got by a bull shark.
While having a relaxing dip in the waters off of a coastline. Now, there won't be any Jaws music to let you know that you're in danger.
Nah.
The sad irony of this is that because of the fear that surrounds sharks like the bull shark, and the fact that they do it in other areas
fire.
Humans, people have gone and culled their population in huge numbers.
Oh, my bad, y'all. I keep forgetting my my setups right here.
Listed as a vulnerable species, and so they have to be protected. As ironic as that may sound. To be clear, though,
it kind of makes sense because they end up in crazy waters. A lot of people kill them, probably.
Shark attacks near shorelines, regardless of whether they end up being fatal or not.
Look at they back meat. Like you can tell they're a bull shark. They got a big back. Oh no, when those hit you, fam, I know it's painful.
Don't underestimate the power of the cone snail. After all,
yeah, you can't underestimate that snail.
As we've already pointed out, anything with venom can be a serious threat to a human, amongst other things, of course. Cone snails use a modified radula tooth and a venom gland to attack and paralyze their prey before they engulf it.
Hey, man, if you're watching this, go ahead and get you some snacks, man. If you're not supposed to be snacking, man, watch this while you're working out, fam. Pick up some dumbbells and watch this. Run you a couple laps or something, you know what I'm saying?
So you should be careful.
This is for everybody, fam. This is family channel right here. It's for all the fam. Whatever you into, this is for you. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Really appreciate it. You already know what it is. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with your boy Otis Jones, fam, and that's facts, fam. I appreciate you.
Surely enough,
you plus me, we equal the best YouTube channel in the world. No kizzy.
However, since this
like I said, fam, you for tuning in, fam. You're going to be watching this, and then we're going to run into some other things that you might not think we're going to be busting out on this channel, man. You're going to be surprised, fam. It's going to be something that you're in tune with. You never know, fam. It's your boy Otis Jones. Run it.
I do want to note that attacks by sharks on humans are exceedingly rare. They do happen.
It is rare, but it happens, you know what I'm saying?
Per year. In fact, in the year 2023, there were only 69 shark attacks worldwide. Now,
I mean, that's low, but that's still high to me, you know what I'm saying? Only is crazy.
Sharks that does separate them in a different way. You see, they are the type of shark that is truly willing to consume anything. I don't just mean that in the sense of it eats different kinds of fish and such, but it will also eat trash.
Yeah.
You know, as in human trash, the things that we put into the ocean, though we're not supposed to.
I can see that. It's been trying to eat everything, so it's like, you know what I mean? Probably like the dog of the ocean or something.
Which goes to show you that just like humans, animals can be really strange sometimes.
Exactly.
Number 7,
That's another reason why it showed me that God created them. You know what I mean? How animals act, you could tell God is real. Just look at the eyes of any animal. Look at the skin. Look at everything. You can tell God created that, fam. Look at our skin, fam. Look at our eyes. Look at the hairs on our body. Look at the hairs on the animal's body. You can tell God created us, fam. You know what I'm saying? Look how all the fishes swim together in schools. Look how some don't swim with others. Look how some fishes live off of others in the swarm that's not even the same fish. You know what I mean? The parasitic fish. You see what I'm saying? You can tell that God created us, fam. You can tell that everything is synced together in the world, you know? Everything involves one another. That's why God put animals for us to, you know what I'm saying, live off of and stuff. You can tell, fam. You can also tell we're not meant to just eat off vegetation, you know what I'm saying? You could tell, fam. You can see it. If you think I'm talking too much, man, give me your chin, because you already know I'm about to check that bad boy. You feel me? Run it.
Literally burst through the water at over 43 kilometers per hour and can overtake just
was that the barracuda
they may be chasing. And then when they do get them within range of their mouth,
that's a crazy fish.
Do a simple kill. They tend to bite them in half in order to.
Yeah, that's a crazy fish, man.
Arguably, just as terrifying is that if they go after something larger than themselves.
Don't they got like a snake head barracuda or a snake barracuda or something like that? They look even crazier. And they be hunting at night or something. They got weird eyes. Is that the snake barracuda? I don't know. But a snake barracuda is crazy. That's another crazy thing.
It's surprising that it took this long to get to a true jellyfish. But I waited because the box jellyfish is an entity that has taken out humans in the past and has been labeled as one of the most venomous creatures in all of the ocean.
That's crazy. Then they just be floating around, fam. Sometimes you could be somewhere and there be 1,000 jellyfishes at one place, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying?
In fact,
that's crazy.
Put out nets to try and keep jellyfish away from the shore.
Smart.
Don't accidentally swim into them.
Yeah.
There's been antivenom and first aid treatments developed in order to treat the stings from them.
Okay.
So if you are the unfortunate
look at that, fam. Getting caught in that is wild. Oh, snaps. I feel sorry for her. You know what I'm saying? And him, fam.
And no, urinating on a jellyfish sting is not recommended as an effective treatment. It's actually a myth. Even though being a widely held belief that originated out of pop culture rather than science.
Old school stuff, man. It takes a while for you to figure out what's what, fam. Like, I'm about to get real right now. We can even talk about the COVID, fam. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while for just human life to figure out things, to go through the processes of things, you know what I mean? To see the in and outs, to see the delay of things, you know what I'm saying? So I could see why they thought peeing on a cut or a wound from a jellyfish would work. I could see why, but it takes a while to figure that out. Same with vaccines, same with the COVID, same with things like that. That's why you can't be so froggy to accept things, you know what I'm saying? You got to let things play out, and you got to trust the Lord, and you got to be not so jumpy. You got to read the word, and it'll show you what's what. Even the word was talking about vaccines. Even the word, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Get with it, fam. We too far in the times. It's 2025. We're too far in the times to not see what's adding up. You know what I'm saying? It's right there in front of you. You got your phones, right? You're always in your phones, right? Get in the word, fam, and the word will show you what's what too, fam. Line the word up with your phone, and you will really see what's what. You know what I'm saying? Run it.
It's actually not.
And if you think I'm just blabbering, fam, this ain't the channel for you, man. Take your chin and your neck, and you can see a way out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Concentrated enough to deactivate
it's your boy Otis Jones. Run it.
Release the venom from a jellyfish, and in some cases,
we're gonna be real around here. We're gonna say what's right around here. I ain't scared to say what's right, fam. I'm gonna always run it up, and you can trust that from your boy Otis Jones. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hiding nothing. We ain't hiding on this channel. You feel me? Run it up.
Now you had to know that.
Or give me your chin so I can slap it.
Like this. Technically, they are not found in the oceans, but in rivers and places like the Amazon. But I'll put an exception on this one because of.
I don't know why. As a kid, I always wanted a piranha in a tank. I don't know why, fam.
More specifically, I'm focusing on the.
But I realize, being grown, I realize, like, getting older and getting more wisdom, fam. You're not supposed to have everything. You're not supposed to have all these exotic animals. You're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need Don't be doing too much, fam. You know what I'm saying? You do too much, and then now you can't take care of it, and then now it's a problem. Now your neighbor's calling on you. Now you let something out, and you're not supposed to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. Take care of yourself, fam. You know what I'm saying? Figure out how to take care of yourself, and it'll be better for everything else. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all these exotic animals and this and that. Now, I can understand if you're out here trying to be like a shelter to things and you're trying to help things. But even then, there's a line, fam. There's a certified line. Because if you can't help yourself, how you trying to take care of all these things, it's going to be a problem again. You know what I'm saying? There's documentaries out there. There's think of your family members. Think of there's ways to show you that you gotta take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself and the relationship you have with God before you start taking all these other things in. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strong to where you can be strong for others. If you're not strong and you can't be strong for others, how are you going to take care of others? You get me?
Said to be the most aggressive of the lot, and the ones that humans are more than.
So I used to want a piranha. Now I don't want a piranha.
That may sound odd.
Not saying like that's a problem if you have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it could be a problem.
Instead, they're technically
It's like the zoo. It's like kind of going to the zoo. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see miserable animals in a way. You know what I'm saying? You get me?
Them at times, even if it's just a seed or even a plant. When it comes to the red-bellied piranha, though, you'll likely have seen this one in films like
the red belly looks super tight.
That includes Piranha.
Oh no! Oh no! You did a little too much on that bad boy. That's the big one. That's the bigger piranhas. There's a bigger piranha, I think, that eats like nuts and stuff. You know what I mean? Or eat vegetation. It's pretty cool. And I think sometimes it eats meat. Sometimes, if I can remember. But there's different type of piranhas.
The irony is that while they can be dangerous to humans, much like with piranhas as a whole,
I like how the big piranhas look too. Like they're kind of like long, like sunfishes in a way, like how their body's shaped. Even that one is like sideways. You know what I mean? Like a sunfish. Sunfishes look so cool, man, but they be getting beat up all the time. I'm telling you, man, I be in my game with animals. I be in my game a little bit with the sea animals too. You know what I mean? I'm well rounded. But I'm still learning a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like to learn. I like to watch. I even revisit things. You got to sharpen your sword. You know, just like with the Bible. Everything's the same. You're gonna keep learning. You're gonna keep growing. You think you know everything, man? You failed. Hey, they chopped the things off of that bad boy. I could tell. Oh, that's one of them containers. That's crazy. I like the colors of them. I like how crazy they look. You can tell God created them, man. Ooh, something I don't want to deal with. Oh, no. You got God on your arm. Oh, no. This man look like he just went through a severe breakup, boy. This bad boy got his arm in some ice water. Ooh, look at that coloration of that foot, boy.
So
I'm Coyote Peterson head boy. Look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. Look how they look. Look how they look. Of course. Of course they will. They do whatever. They out here surviving. They animals. Look how they look, fam. Look how they look. Look how many, man.
Lionfish are actually native to the Indo-Pacific region.
Yeah, but somebody brought them over here.
The Gulf of Mexico and even the Caribbean.
That's another thing, fam. When you be getting all these animals, I was just talking about that, fam. It's all about accountability, and it's all about, you know what I'm saying? When you be getting these animals, fam, and they're not supposed to belong somewhere, now you got them on the black market, or you got them from a reptile show, or you got them from wherever you got them from. Now you letting them out, and now they're not supposed to be there, and now they're invasive. You know what I mean? It's so many ins and outs to that, man. We don't need every animal, fam. You don't need to own every animal. You don't need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? Chill.
They are as captivating as they are problematic. First observed in the U.S. waters in the 1980s, likely due to aquarium releases.
Hey, see what I'm saying? Look what Yabba Jabba Joe just said, fam. He just said what I just said, fam. They let that boy out, and he went He went into invasive mode and start, you know what I'm saying, reproducing out here. And now we got a problem, fam. Now they everywhere. And sometimes it's a situation to where it's something that we don't usually eat. And it's something that is hard for us to eat. You know what I mean? If that fish was a different type of fish, maybe it would have been easier to eat, and maybe we could have been enjoying his flesh while he's invasive. You know what I'm saying? That sounds weird me saying it like that, but hey, I'm a grown man. It is what it is, fam. You know what I'm saying? Grow up. You feel me? You feel me, fam? Grow up. But yeah, fam, maybe if it was a different animal that we could eat and it wasn't poisonous like that, and you don't run a risk of getting got while you're trying to eat that bad boy, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a different problem. Now run it with your chin.
Risk to biodiversity, particularly within the Atlantic, where they outcompete native species for both food and space. It's another reminder about how humans.
I don't even like how they look right there. I don't like how they look. I mean, they look beautiful, but you know what I mean, though? They're like beautiful and ugly at the same time.
But they remain an example of the fragility and interconnectedness of the oceans.
That's hard to even want to eat it, but man, if you're hungry, fam, you know what I'm saying? Oh no.
It honestly never gets old talking about.
That's a cool fish, though. That's another one that's beautiful and ugly at the same time. A lot of animals are beautiful and ugly, fam. No kizzy.
Because in its base form, it looks like a simple fish.
Oh.
However, when it's threatened in any kind
they don't look like a simple fish right there, though.
And shows off various spikes in its body.
They kind of like a swimming diamond shape. They have a certain shape to puffer fishes. It's like a diamond. You know what I mean? It's a weird shape to them. That's how I know them as soon as I see them. It's like a diamond or a diamond potato. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. It's like a swimming diamond potato. Look at that one, huh? See what I'm saying, fam? You can't just be out here eating anything, man.
You're going to leave some of that poison inside of its body, and that means that it won't get.
Yeah, because I feel like if you cut a gland or you cut where the poison comes from, it'll inject in some of the meat, maybe. You know what I mean?
Some of the things
you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but I don't know everything, so I can't. You know, maybe not, head boy. Look at that bad boy. He said, "Oh no, is that somebody's foot, boy?" He said, "Oh, I can't remember, head boy."
So yes, it's
do you remember, head boy? That look good though. Would I try it? I don't know, man. Probably not. It's like I don't have to eat everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? Some things I don't have to eat. Do I try a lot of things? Am I adventurous? Yeah, to the max, but not to the max of that. You feel me?
Number 2.
I'm good.
Sea snakes. Well, there are crazy. That reside on the water.
The banded sea snake, man. That's the one that would get you. I think that's what it's called. Look at that bad boy.
Certain species are known to
Is this the banded sea snake?
It's 5 times the level that's even needed
for
a human. So
you already know that boy.
You are
and I heard they're kind of chill. Yeah, I heard they're kind of chill. See, that one ain't banded. That's a different sea snake. I don't know what kind. Oh, that's an Indian sea snake or something. I don't know. But that's a banded sea snake, I think.
Number 1. The blue-ringed.
Woo, that boy beautiful. That bad boy's another one that's kind of beautiful and kind of ugly in a way. That's fire. Look how it moves. That boy switched up on it and moved on him. I like that. I like that. I apologize, y'all, for the noise in the background, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Otis, though. I gotta work, I gotta grind and get it out the way, you know what I'm saying? So I turned it up a little bit. Hopefully we jiggy with it. Nah, why you playing with that bad boy and touching him, though, man? You gonna strike a pose and strike your nose, head boy. Look at the jets on that. I like how octopus and squids have like jets, you know what I mean? They make a little stream and they run off that stream. I like that.
Yes,
that boy went upside down with the air.
Actually has it inside of its body
yeah, he got that stream going. He's fire.
Ever get close to it.
Oh,
well, no, that's all from the depths of the ocean.
Hey, let's get it, man. It's your boy Otis Jones, man. You already know what it is. Thank you for tuning into the reactions, man. I'm knocking them out, fam. We reacting to whatever we want to react to, fam. You dig, man. Run it, fam. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, the channel, man. We keep growing and we keep doing our thing, fam. Easy.